Hi, I'm Kelsey from roughandtumblefarmhouse.com, and today we're going to talk about how you can make your own DIY essential oil roller bottles. Now these little roller bottles, if you buy them at the store, are going to cost you $7 and upwards. You can make them at home easily for less than $1 a piece. So let's talk about some of the uses you can have for essential oil roller bottles before you go and buy a 24-pack of these things. Personally, I'm going to be making one today to use for aromatherapy. I'm dealing with some really wicked nausea right now. And this is basically a little tiny on-the-go aromatherapy container that I can put a nice blend in, pull it out, smell it as I need to help with nausea, and it can fit in my purse, in my pocket, wherever I need it, so that way it just kind of, like I said, is an on-the-go option. You can also use these for making your own custom perfume blends. You can put your own homemade bug repellents in these, sore muscle treatments, facial moisturizers and toners. Really, there's a lot of things you can do with these bottles, and you can just make really nice blends too to give as gifts. So in this video, I'm going to cover all the basics you need to know. For more details about everything, there will be a blog post linked below in the description box, so make sure you click that for more information. So first of all, let's start with the bottles themselves. You want to make sure you get either blue or amber bottles because oils tend to degrade a lot faster if they are in a clear bottle and are exposed to light. You'll see in different bottles, some may have a metal roller, some may have plastic. It's up to you, whatever you like best. And it also will have a cap that fits over and you screw on really tight because oils have a nasty habit of leaking out. So that right there is what it'll look like when it's finished, of course, with some liquid inside. Let's talk about how we actually can assemble it. So you may get your bottles already assembled like this, or you may get them in pieces. So when you buy kind of a kit to put them together, they're gonna come with this little key basically. And all you do is you're just gonna slide it underneath the edge, and that will get underneath kind of the little crack there, and you can pop this top right off. And then when you go to put it back in, you'll just place it there and push it in tight. And this one snaps in fine on its own, but also you can use this key, has these holes here, and you can put that over top of the bottle and then press it to really make sure that it goes on well. So some basics with essential oil roller bottles, say that 5 times fast if you can, is to talk about the oils that are going to be going into the little roller bottle here. So first of all, in terms of essential oils, it's really going to depend what you want to use. Again, click the blog posts below for more resources on that. But really do your research on what essential oils you are putting into your container. Some essential oils are going to make your skin photosensitive. A lot of the citrus oils do that, meaning that if you put it on your face as part of a moisturizer, for example, your skin is going to be a lot more sensitive to sun, so you'll be more likely to get sunburn. Or some essential oils are definitely not safe for use with small children, like peppermint oil, for example. So really do your research about what sort of oils you want to put in your roller bottle. There's so many oils, there's no way I could get into all of them in just one little YouTube video, so make sure you do your research. Now, essential oils are incredibly potent. You hear all the time the comparison that a single drop of peppermint essential oil is equal to 25 cups of peppermint tea. So when we make our essential oil roller bottles, we need to dilute the oils in a carrier oil. So a carrier oil is just a neutral oil that's mostly there to help kind of dilute and disperse that oil so you're not getting such a concentrated amount of essential oil on your skin. That carrier oil is helping to disperse it more evenly. Just like there are a ton of different essential oils, there are a ton of different carrier oils you can use. Fractionated coconut oil, jojoba oil, grapeseed oil, wheat germ oil. Some people use aloe vera. There's just an endless amount. So again, like I keep saying, check below in the blog post for some more information on different types of oils and what some of their benefits may be. For example, using a jojoba oil might be really good for on your face because it's really good for cleaning out pores and helping with acne. So again, you want to pair the right essential oils with the right carrier oil. There are some carrier oils that are kind of just a more generic sort of oil. That's why today I'm using a grapeseed oil. It's a very basic oil. It's pretty light. It's usually fine to use for people who have allergies. It usually doesn't have a lot of issues with that. And it's also good for using with kiddos. So when you are actually assembling your roller bottle, it's important to know what sort of dilution rate that you want to use. So that means how many drops of the actual essential oil you are going to put in there in comparison to how much of the carrier oil that you use. Now, I'm sorry to sound like a broken record, but again, if you check the blog post below, it has a really simple dilution rate chart that you can use to figure out how much to put in there. So small children, for example, are going to have little to none. I personally don't use essential oils with my kids if they're younger than 1, and after that, it's incredibly diluted. If you are pregnant, breastfeeding, that sort of a thing, you typically want to use a 1% dilution rate. So these usually come in a 5 or a 10 milliliter size. I personally like the 10 because a 5 is just a little bit too small. So for this, I will be using at a 1% dilution rate, just 2 drops of essential oil in this whole bottle, then filled with my carrier oil. It's important that we don't get pure essential oils directly on our skin because it can cause irritation. So just making sure that you're very careful or you wear gloves as you put it together. So this bottle doesn't come with a dropper top. Some essential oils have that. I'm using a lemon is really good for helping with nausea. And then I just have an eyedropper here. And so for this whole bottle, like I said, I am only putting in 2 drops of oil, which is hardly anything at all. From there, I'm just gonna take my carrier oil, my grapeseed oil, and I'm going to just fill the rest of it. All right, so it is filled to the top. It's recommended with these sometimes the balls can get a little bit stuck, so kind of test it out a little bit. It can help to take a little bit of your carrier oil and put it on your finger and just rub it there just to make sure it's good and lubricated. And I'm just gonna put it in there. And it's important when you're filling these too to recognize that that little stopper goes into your bottle a little bit. So I would just make sure you fill it so you can kind of see here, sorry, it's so tiny, just to kind of the neck of the bottle and then leave the rest open so there is room for your roller stopper to fit in there. So after that, I'm going to cap the bottle and do it nice and snug. Give it a little bit of a shake. And now I should have a really nice smelling lemon aromatherapy roller ball. Now, if you are using it for aromatherapy and you're not planning on putting it on your skin strictly for aromatherapy, you can put a little extra of the essential oil in there, but label that bottle. Make sure you know that you're putting an extra dilution of the essential oil in there so that way it might be more fragrant, but you then don't want to use that on your skin because you could have complications from that. All right, so you know all the basics you need to know to go ahead and make your own essential oil roller bottles. Let me know if you have any favorite essential oil blends that you like to use for your bottles or any cool uses that you have found for these nifty little gadgets. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this was helpful for you. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Check our blog every single week for 2 new posts and here on the YouTube channel for 1 new video about farming, family food, and fortitude here at our rough and tumble farmhouse.